Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm back streaming and playing. We're playing and streaming Gran Turismo Sport. This week, I have only raced in one daily race. That was daily race B at Catalunya. I'm about to replay that right now because that was offline. It was an interesting race, and there is my work in progress livery, which is coming along fine. I'm making some revisions. It's not the final product. You'll see it in a bit. But yeah, there it is. Work in progress, like I said. It's space inspired, you know, but it isn't like based on any actual solar system or you know, it's just space, man. Space is spacey. Now, I've actually made more progress than you see there, because this race, I ran this on Wednesday, I think it was, and I've made more progress on the livery since then, so you don't really see that. But I started in third. My qualifying time was 1:45. Oh, I'm sorry. No. 1:44. Oh, no. For that race, it was a 1:45.2. I think it was 1:45.3. It was a little 1:45. I know that. And these two Brazilians ahead of me, they qualified a little quicker, but I was like right there, you know, in terms of overall qualifying pace. So this guy behind me, SimRace Mauricio, turns out he's a bit of an aggressive driver, and you're going to see he's going to play a role in this race for more than one driver, including me. He's going to be a factor in ways that, you know, you really don't want to brag about. So here he makes a late move to go around me, and I figure, okay, fine. So I squeeze back by him on the inside. He goes wide. I take the space. You see that we're not making contact. We right there at the end, we may have made just a touch. Just a teeny bit of contact. But that guy that was passing along with me got a nudge from Mauricio. Let's back up. So just ahead, I'm passing Mauricio, and I assert my position, and oh, okay, maybe, yeah, it doesn't, yeah, maybe there was no contact. He just went around. He was mad at Mauricio after the race, though. I can tell you that. I think he felt like it was Mauricio's fault here. It took me a while, really, to get going in this race just because of that. It kind of put me off a little bit. So I had to catch these two up again, and so I set about doing that, and they're side by side, so that's making my job a little easier to catch them. Mauricio definitely has some pace behind me, and at this point I'm not really in rhythm, and he's catching again, and I don't want this guy anywhere near me because I've already seen that he is a late diver. He's a late break diver. And they're kind of dangerous, you know, aggressive. So these two, I have nowhere to go. They're kind of bottled up. Daniel Sis is about to serve a penalty. I just want to be close enough to him so I can get by him with no problem. So I can get in second place. and hopefully set my sights on Victor here and go after. But look how far back Mauricio is. Watch this again. Watch this again. Watch how far back Mauricio is. This is the same place he passed me. Watch this. Watch. He does make contact, and he does get a 2-second penalty, as you can see. 2-second penalty. And it wasn't like overt but when you come from that far back and you're making contact with someone who was already in the turn, to scoot him out of the way, you deserve a penalty. Absolutely deserve a penalty right there. So Daniel Sis definitely has pace over Mauricio. And Naughty G gets in the act. Watch this one too. Watch it. This was crazy. I gotta show you this. Let's go back. Okay, this is the end of lap 2, start of lap 3. Okay, watch what Naughty G does here. Watch. He's got his mind made up, you know. He's going to go deep inside. And you could argue that he had the position and Mauricio was, again, forcing things there and forced the 3 wide. At first, I blame Naughty G, but looking at that, I'm going to say that's Mauricio again. SimRace Mauricio. I've raced against him before, and he is aggressive. There's no question about it. So let's go back and look at this again. Here's Mauricio. So this guy, he tucks in behind Daniel, and then Naughty G spots the inside. He's alongside, and Mauricio, trying to cover it off, is going to jump in the middle. And yeah, that's Mauricio's fault that Daniel Sis got shoved aside. Let's look at that again. Sorry. Yep. Yeah. I mean, Daniel Sis has nowhere to go. He's outside. He has nowhere to go. Naughty G took advantage of Mauricio's mistake there. Got inside, and then Mauricio forced 3 wide. That was Mauricio all the way. He's kind of a joke. It's kind of a bad joke, you know, Mauricio. And again, a deserved 2-second penalty. In fact, he probably deserved another penalty for that 3 wide stuff. You could say it was a racing thing, a racing incident, but he forced it. He made a mistake jumping back behind Daniel Sis without covering the inside, without defending, left it wide open, left the door open for Naughty G. Naughty G jumped in there, and Mauricio, realizing he made a mistake, made a move under braking, forced a 3 wide situation and forced Daniel Sis wide right there. So yeah, I initially thought that was not a G. I realized that was an error in judgment. But regardless, it is the final lap, and this is my best lap of the race, but it's not my best lap here. I mean, again, it's one of those situations where my race pace is slower overall. I mean, part of that is the battling in the beginning, but I think fairly clear track for the last 2 laps, and I just didn't make the most of it. I've raced Yichter before. I have gotten ahead of him at places like Red Bull Ring, and I've beaten him. For the most part, he is clean. He does get kind of aggressive sometimes. I mean, a little too aggressive, you know what I mean? But you got to be aggressive to a point. You know, you gotta take chances on occasion, but not stupid chances. There's a big difference. You know, good sense will dictate, you know, the difference, and when to dive and when not to, you know. Dive bombing is never really. I don't encourage it. I don't encourage it. Mauricio, you know, he dive bombed from quite a ways back there. But I just wanted to show that because I wasn't, you know, I didn't stream it, and just for posterity, I guess. You know, that's the only race I ran this week, all week. This is Saturday. New dailies started on Monday. That's the only race I entered all week.